My name's Jesse. I'm fat, I'm out of shape, and I'm tired of it. So I'm getting in shape. I'm starting by eating nothing but bacon for 30 days. Alright, good morning. Got my bacon for breakfast or afterwards. I am headed to the doctor's to get blood work done. Ideally, you'd probably do this before and after. I'm doing it midway and some point after because I didn't get it done before. I do have some blood work from a while ago, but I wanted something current-ish. So anyways, off. I'm late. I just got out of the doctor's office, or the lab office, whatever it is, to get my blood drawn. And I am terrified of needles. I've had a horrible fear of needles since I can remember. It wasn't horribly bad. It never is. Just the anxiety leading up to it. It's horrible. So I've been thinking a lot about what's next. And I'm not 100% sure still. I'm still kind of thinking about it. You know, what kind of plan or regimen should I go on? I'm definitely thinking, though, that now that I've gotten into the whole keto thing and, you know, I've actually passed that first really rough stage, the keto flu, that I might as well stick with it. So I'm pretty much just planning on going full-on keto at this point and seeing what happens. I got nothing to lose but pounds. I've been reading that The Power of Habits again, and I've forgotten a couple of things in there. But one thing that struck me was the intro was this quick story about this lady who, you know, at 25 she was a mess. She was, you know, a pack-a-day smoker. She was really overweight. You know, she couldn't hold a job down for longer than a few months. You know, his entire life was a mess. And long story short on it was just changing one thing, and that one thing was quitting smoking. Changed everything for her. It set, you know, this whole like domino effect of habits being changed and being rewritten. I thought it was funny because day one of doing this was just a snap decision. I literally just woke up early and decided to do it. So I went to the store and got bacon, and that was that. And ever since then, I've been waking up early. Which is something I've almost never done. My wife was wondering, like, what the hell is wrong with you? I haven't gone back to sleeping in. So there's one little change I made. Changed another habit. A lot of times it's out of necessity, you know, like in order to eat nothing but bacon all day every day, you gotta get up early and cook bacon. You know, but in her case, the reason she quit smoking was because she was going on a vacation and it was a safari and she didn't think that she could take a carton of cigarettes with her. There wouldn't be space, so she quit smoking. That led to losing 60 pounds and becoming active and running a marathon and getting and holding solid jobs, and just literally changed everything about her life. And I can feel what just changing one thing is already done. And it also makes it much easier to change other things. You just do it. people ask, oh, how do you do that? Or how can you stand eating bacon all day, every day? Or don't you need some variety? No, you don't. You just do it. And that's one thing I'm learning through this process. I've always kind of been that kind of person. But I've also, it's being reinforced in everything I do right now. You just do it. I've been, over the last few months, I've been really depressed, and I'm not somebody who normally gets depressed or has any sort of issue like that. I normally am fairly positive and fairly upbeat, and I just haven't I never cry, I never get emotional. I haven't been myself. Been drinking a lot. I've really packed down the pounds. The last time I stepped on the scale was probably 5 or 6 months ago, and I was only 300 pounds at the time. So in the last 6 months, I gained 40 pounds or 35 pounds. Now, I've had some issues with my back injury from college. And that's kind of hampered me through the years, over the last 10 or 15 years. And that back injury has been really bugging me again. And that's one of the reasons I really want to lose weight. Is I can't handle the weight. Like my back just can't handle the weight. And so I've been thinking about losing weight. I've been thinking about it. And I've been wondering, well, how do you do this? How do I do this again? I've done this before. I lost a bunch of weight 5 or 6 years ago. And I kept it off for a couple years, and then it just slowly came back, and then I hurt my back again, and I stopped caring. I told myself I'd never be fat again, and I went back to it. And turning that switch and making that decision is the hard part for me. But once the decision has been made, once the switch has been turned, that's it. It's done. I've made the decision. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So anyway, sorry about ranting with the wind in the background. But I'm doing it. I'm putting myself back together. My son brought me his baseball glove and a baseball last night. And for the first time in 6 months, I said, yeah, let's go play. Let's do it. There's change happening. I want to get back into shape. I started thinking about getting myself back to what I used to be, an athlete, and get strong again. Gotta eat my bacon to do that. Trying to edit today's vlog. There wasn't much to it, really. It's just a car ride. Went to go get my blood drawn to have levels checked. It's kind of a rough day for me mentally. No, it just wasn't on point today. Wasn't feeling too great. Diet's going well. I'm feeling fine that way. But just mentally, I've not been all here. think what I'm finding is through this process, it's a bit of self-discovery and finding out who I am or who I can be or should be. And somewhere along the line I lost that person. I don't know where I went. I'm having a really hard time describing it right now. Coming up with the words. I broke down a bit today. I actually cried. I haven't done that in God knows when the last time I was crying about anything was. I'm just not that guy. But really, I think that's kind of where this is right now. Is it's a bit of self-discovery. You know, what can I do? What am I? What defines me? What am I capable of? Why have I had these excuses for all these years of why you can't? Or wondering how? You just do it. One thing, if I have something I'm usually hyperly critical about other people about is when people say, "Oh, I'm thinking about doing this," or "I'm thinking about doing that," or "I might do this." Just do it. It's always been a pet peeve of mine. And I sit here and I turn in the mirror on myself right now, and I haven't been just doing it. And I think that's kind of been the core of the person I've always been, is I'm just the guy that does it. You know, jump in head first, go for it. And I don't know where that's been the last few years. I don't know.